In recent times, security and the challenges of ensuring a safe environment have dominated discussions. From Zamfara, Kaduna, Borno to Lagos are headline stories of armed robbery, kidnapping and killings. Security agencies are reviewing strategies while experts are preferring solutions and citizens are asking questions. Our focus on Panorama is on the security situation with particular reference to Lagos State. I am Dotun Ogunyemi. Welcome to Panorama, coming to you from the Lagos Network Center. President Muhammadu Buhari has made a case for more aggressive investment in Nigeria's profitable economy by existing and prospective investors, saying the country remains the best destination for return on investments. This was while engaging various groups of investors at separate meetings on the sidelines of the annual investment meeting in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the details.
First to meet President Muhammadu Buhari with various investment proposals in Nigeria's economy was Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum, a key member of the Dubai ruling family. He is a private investor and critical stakeholder in several state-owned and private consortiums.
It was regarding energy and how they can help in developing the energy sector in Nigeria, especially in using gas. And Mr. President welcomed them to the country to come and retail sector, hypermarkets, supermarkets, malls, and but more importantly for Nigeria, how they can also invest, market them and export them. So that was something that's extremely interesting for Nigeria.
In the meantime, Nigeria's power sector reform was brought to the fore when Sheikh Hussein Al Noais, chairman of Emir Power, came calling. The company develops, owns, and operates thermal renewable energy projects in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, offering a wide range of solutions to power challenges.
One of the most important things to note here is that they all said that Mr. President has given now the investor community a sense of security in Nigeria, stability in Nigeria, and good governance in Nigeria. And for that reason, they're all very interested in coming to invest in Nigeria, which was not always the case in the past.
The Nigerian leader also made a case for investment in Nigeria's affordable housing projects as the country seeks to develop homes for less than 5 million naira. This was while receiving Nahil Properties and Limitless Group, one of the world's leading developers and a major contributor to the real estate transformation of Dubai, led by Sheikh Ali Rashid Luta.
A real vote of confidence in Mr. President, and a vote of confidence in his policies, and a vote of confidence in the new Nigeria that he is developing.
President Buhari also met with the chief executive officers of Dubai Investment, Abu Dhabi Fund for Development, as well as Skippercell Integrated Energy Company. They are all looking forward to exploring the abundant opportunities in Nigeria, which the president said is truly open for business and investments. From Dubai, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
World leaders and other critical stakeholders responsible for shaping the future of the digital space have been challenged to do whatever it takes towards ensuring that the borderless cyberspace now transforming the world is not only inclusive and accessible, but most importantly, safe. President Muhammadu Buhari threw the challenge while addressing participants at the 9th Annual Investment Meeting in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu reports.
People work in it, people socialize in it, and people invest in it.
Referring to the cyber world, President Muhammadu Buhari described it as not only intangible and real, but powerfully impacting lives of billions of people, no matter their remote physical locations. Addressing the largest global investment gathering of corporate leaders, policymakers, investors, experts, and entrepreneurs, the president said as a result of digital globalization, almost every day, innovations and transformative ideas are rolled out, making the human race more efficient and productive.
Today, we have digital banking, virtual currencies, and many social platforms that connect people and cultures. On the other hand, we have seen platforms hijacked and manipulated, as evidenced by the steady rise in fake news and cyber crimes. More recently, we are also witnessing the use of the cyberspace to manipulate elections, subvert the democratic rights of citizens, as well as propagate violence.
In Nigeria, for instance, the president said majority of the nation's 180 million people are fully connected to the digital world, and about 90 technology hubs are already in existence, contributing in developing solutions for the countries and global problems. He, however, laments that while this digital globalization has occurred rapidly in the private sector, many governments and regulators have not kept pace.
New waves of cybercrime and terrorism continue to threaten the positive strides being made. The criminals in this world are faceless and without physical addresses. This is why we must all come together to protect the good while eliminating the bad. Emerging threats are difficult to prevent or manage unilaterally. A certain level of regulation is needed to preserve the integrity of the digital economy.
President Buhari is indeed delighted that apart from taking the lead in cyber policing in West Africa, Nigeria has also digitized key public sector operations, thereby reinforcing the government's objectives of improving efficiency, accountability, and transparency in governance while working on creating the largest digital database in Africa. Some members of the Nigerian delegation to the Investment Summit speak on their impressions.
While we appreciate the fact that digitalization is important, we also have to be mindful that it can come with certain risk.
He wants the world leaders to put head together and come up with solutions so that all evils that are being perpetrated through cyber will find a way of being eliminated.
And one thing I took away is that as we pursue the digital economy, we must ensure that it is inclusive.
Over 20,000 people from 143 countries are participating at the annual meeting with the theme Mapping the Future of Foreign Direct Investment, Enriching World Economies Through Digital Globalization. President Muhammadu Buhari later joined other world leaders on a guided tour of exhibitions to explore investment opportunities as well as engage in sustainable partnerships with investors towards enhancing their country's economies. From Dubai, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
For the wise, history is sufficient, says Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, as he calls on political and religious leaders to avoid making insightful statements that can lead to destructive actions. This was when he joined other world leaders and dignitaries in the ceremonies marking the 25th national commemoration of genocide against Tutsis in Kigali, Rwanda. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
The story of the genocide that took place in Rwanda in April 1994 has been told in various forms. This theatrical performance at the National Commemoration Ceremony at the Kigali Conference Center delves into the country's cultural tradition of Umurunzi tree planting, where loved ones are lost, which is a symbol of keeping memories alive.
To remind the world that nothing under the sun is more sacred than the life of a single human being.
Can you please help me sing for Grandma?
This history will not repeat. That is our firm commitment.
Not only the government and people of Rwanda are making this commitment of keeping the peace, countries around the world are also committing to this, with some still bearing the burden of allowing the 1994 genocide to ever take place.
Just as in Africa and elsewhere, time can never erase the darkest hours in our history.
In moments like this, we are called upon to reflect on our collective consciousness and individual commitments to nurture peace and understanding.
The wounds for Rwanda are very deep indeed, and they're still healing. It's 25 years on, you can still feel the pain. You can still hear in their speeches, in their voices, in their experiences, that this is still a very deep wound. I pray that we will never experience such a thing and experience such a thing anywhere again in Africa. But it depends again on leadership.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo also attended the wreath-laying ceremony with many other dignitaries, amongst them former President Olusegun Obasanjo, paying similar honor at the Kigali Genocide Memorial. Now, the government of Rwanda may have provided the balm that healed the wounds from the genocide, but the scars still remain. And this is to remind the people of the need to remain in peace. From Kigali, Rwanda, Jude Onifade, NTA News.
You're still on to Panorama, coming to you from the Lagos Network Center. More on security after this break. Stay with us.
Chief. Good morning, sir. You are here already?
No, now my spirit day here. My body day for house. What kind of question is that? Were you not the one that fixed this meeting for 8 a.m.? You are now coming by 10 a.m. and start asking me jab questions.
But Chief, now, I'm sorry. Don't you also go late for meetings sometimes? You know now, African time.
No more African time. And no more pancaking of face during office hours. At the end of the day, we will lose valuable time. We will not make progress. If we want to move this nation forward, we must treat business as business and respect time. Change begins with me.
Thank you, sir. I am sorry. Can we go for the meeting now, Chief?
Better.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Many thanks for staying with us. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has met with stakeholders.
Mopped in the